Okay. We are recording whether I want it to be the case or not. Hello, everybody! Welcome to a chaos game. It's going to be crazy.
Hello.
Yay.
No, we're not.
Snail, I've got to get you. I'm going to murder you in your sleep. The scarf I made you, I'm going to strangle you when you least suspect it.
As you've witnessed,
I swear, I know you guys don't believe me, but I swear I'm not trying.
Kai is aggroed instantly.
I'm immediately ready
right
to
now,
roll
but
initiative.
I have a Grinchian smile on.
I can imagine it, Owl. I seriously can. So, we've already heard from 3 of our players, so you know how crazy this is going to be. But we're going to introduce ourselves first before I get too confused with everything. So, top of the list to the bottom of the list, please introduce yourself and your character.
Shoot, I just realized that's me.
Yeah.
Hi. I'm Starbuff, also known as Starbs, and for today I will be playing Frank.
Oh, you keep cutting out. Oh no.
Yeah.
A little bit. Hello.
Also, your mic is like all muffled.
Yeah.
Is it far away?
Wait.
There we go.
Yeah.
Thank
Oh,
you.
that's a bit better.
That's better. Do you want to take that again? Because I missed like half of that.
So sorry. Okay.
It's okay.
It's muffled again. What are you doing?
Might not be anything.
Hello again.
Yeah, okay. Like, you sound better now. Try it again. Sorry.
Wait. Sorry for technical issues earlier. Hi, I am Starbuff, also known as Starbs, and today I'll be playing little baker Pam the Soul, who is here to have a good time.
Yay! I finally get to meet Pam. We love Pam. Also, Starbs draws amazing stuff, so if you haven't heard a game with Starbs in yet, you'll have probably seen her art. Like, it's around.
So good.
Very excellent.
Starbs is amazing and a gift on this server.
Absolutely.
Oh.
And speaking of gifts, next on the list, that's you, Al.
Oh, it's me?
It's you.
I thought you were gonna introduce yourself. I don't know what my brain is doing.
Oh,
right
well, that's
now.
very flattering. But no, I was actually trying to be nice to you.
By the way, that one is ModMad, and hi, I'm Gift. I'm Owl. I live here.
Owl, are you okay?
I woke up from a 2-hour nap, so I'm a little groggy.
God.
A 2-hour nap in the morning is often sleep, but not an adequate amount of it, really.
Shh.
Oh, Owl. And Owl is playing.
Rule number 1 of Sleep Club: we don't fucking talk about Sleep Club.
Oh dear.
We talk about Sleep Club as much as we want. We are self-care minty, and we are mobbing your door.
Well, I'll minty my self-care, like, after the game. I want to play.
And you are playing as...
Wait, who are you playing?
Oh, Short Kid. They're a wizard.
Astounding.
My child, why? Why do you do this? I love you, but please, oh my god, take care of yourself. Anyway, moving swiftly on. We're at 10 minutes past the hour already. This is going to be a good game.
Chaos.
Hi everybody, I'm Snailian. I'm currently possessing the body of Snail Comics. And I'm just here to have a good time and help my sister Short's kid because, oh boy, they're still very sleepy.
I'm gonna pick you up. I'm gonna put you in my pocket.
Yo, please stay here, leave from in here.
This, what an astounding...
Miss
What
Snail
an
Kiss.
astounding way to start things.
My dog is going to start howling from the pitch. Anyway, finally, certainly not
Hi.
least, but last, it is.
Hi, I'm Kai. I am playing Charlie, who is a worn bard and a cat and a con man, and he's ready to cause as much chaos as possible.
Oh boy, I did sign myself up for this. I was like, I need a chaos game. let's get the 3 most chaotic characters together. Also, that wonderful artist who I've never had in the game yet. Anyway, so I'm gonna
have named this game Cake Chaos.
I did in the calendar. However, this is also working under a different title because I came up with stuff. Don't talk about the time anomaly, guys. Just ignore that. We don't talk about that. Anyway, Shorts Kid.
I don't know her.
Shorts Kid, you had a birthday recently, and you had a fun time, and you had a party, I promise, and nothing bad happened, for once. Parties in this world seem to go hand in hand with absolute disasters, but so far this one was good. And there was a ball pit, and chicken nuggets, and glitter, and sugar, and everything else a child could want. So, I'm gonna just say that. And you also had a cake. It was a wonderful, gorgeous, galaxy-themed mirror cake, and it was made by Pam. You also, however, on this day, discovered that Larry has never really had a birthday. And it's also Animus coming up. And it's the anniversary of the launching of Dodo Studios. Today! So, you naturally came up with your snibbling. That's your snail sibling. With the best idea ever. And that idea is to make one absolutely huge cake, which is 3 cakes, stacked on top of each other, 1 for each event.
I pull Snail out of my pocket.
Yeah. It's gonna be amazing. Will Smith poses at Shorts Kid.
It's the best idea ever. And then I like shove my cheek up against Snail's cheek, and we have the big anime eyes and the sparkles.
Beautiful. I can see it now.
But also, Shorts Kid is not allowed to use the stove on their own.
Ah, yes, indeed. So your mission today, friends, is to make this Birthanniversanimas cake. Try saying that 7 times in a row. You have received permission from Train Dad so long as you have supervision. And that is why he's asked Pam over to Dodo Studios' kitchen, because it's bigger, and it means you don't have to carry a 3-tier cake over from her place. It's also a little more fireproof and a lot more used to having a big mess made in it, thanks to you two. So this is almost inevitably going to happen because you are the Chaos Gang. And in terms of supervision, he's not sure whether this was a good idea, but he has also asked Charlie to come and help. So yes, you're all in the kitchen. Hell is about to break loose. Please just talk amongst yourselves.
I want to say, Charlie is, yes, technically the adult supervision of this because, he is a full-on adult. He's also mostly here to eat as much of the batter as he can get away with.
Yeah.
No, Pam will make sure he will not.
Pam is the only grown-up.
Okay, so this is the oven. This is the oven. I've gotten in trouble with Mr. Marcel because I've slept in it because it's really cozy, but then he like needs to do stuff with it, and he's kind of gotten to the point where he checks the oven first, make sure I'm not there, and he was really worried about letting me into the kitchen, but I don't understand why.
Because you almost got escargot.
Oh god.
Inspiration point for Shorts Kid for that pun.
Also, Snail, here's your little, I found your apron. It took a while to find because we don't have all the tiny aprons, but then I just found a tiny apron in the kitchen somewhere.
Oh,
so
my God.
I guess it's yours now.
Okay, quickly, I just need you all to describe what your individual aprons look like, top to bottom of the list again. I gotta know this.
Well, Pam just has her signature orange peach apron. That's just
Oh yeah, you've already got it in your art. Oh well, you're set up.
She's ready.
Specifically, God, I have an image of Shorts Kid in an apron, and
Really?
It's, I do.
Oh my goodness.
Shorts Kid's apron is it's a normal ass apron, except for the front says hug the cook or else.
I do remember seeing that now. God, this server full of artists. What can you do?
Yeah, I'm trying to find the thing.
Don't worry about it. You can post it.
I'll put it in player description so you guys can see it. But continue down the line.
No, point it in the game zone. That's where the art's coming in.
Oh, it
Everybody
is?
deserves to see.
Chill,
Oh, it
chill. I'll find
is.
it and put it in the video regardless. Snail, what
Okay.
do you look like? This has got to be the cutest thing I've ever imagined.
So, the apron that was definitely Snail's, definitely not somebody else's apron that just got left out. Tiny's.
Boy.
I feel like is probably sort of like a muted pink, and it's got that little like lace thing that like some aprons have, like just frilly around, and it looks kind of old. It kind of looks like a doll apron, except for the fact that it's like really reinforced, and like when Shorts Kid is like holding it, you can tell it's actually like semi-fireproof. So it's not like a doll apron where like if you put a lighter to it, it would instantly go up in flames. It actually works as something of an apron, and they are grabby handsing at it like, I want it, let me have it, please, Shorts Kid, please.
Yeah, Shorts Kid handed it over.
They are now trying extremely hard to put their head through the hole, even though there is a way to like tie behind the head in addition to around, but they have to try to get it over the snell mitt. So that's what they're currently wrestling with as we see what Charlie's apron is.
Sadly, I do not have any glorious art of this, but please imagine the frilliest, pinkest thing that you can imagine, probably with little pink hearts scattered all over it, that Charlie bought this for a con years back.
Oh, wow.
Probably to tease his boyfriend, and they hadn't touched it, and then he realized, oh wait, gonna be baking things, an apron is necessary. It's basically the most hideous thing you can imagine, and Charlie loves it.
That's
I was about
incredible.
to say, I can't believe Charlie fucking stole his Nan's apron.
Oh no, Nan Black has taste in aprons. Charlie does not.
It's purposefully awful.
Oh my god, I love that. Nan Black just looks at him and curls her lip.
Pretty much. She does not know what to do with her grandson, and yet here he is.
Part of me wants to know what the
Amazing.
context of that was in a heist, but most of me wants to not know because it's so much better that way.
It's whatever you are currently imagining in your mind is what happened.
Well, then wait, what's the elephant doing?
Ha ha ha. Ba-dum-bum. Pam, you have got the most unruly cooking staff with you. How are you feeling about the enormity of this task you have?
Oh my gosh. Well, I suppose, like, at first, like, she didn't expect to be asked to, like, oh, I'll cook with people, because usually she does it, like, by herself in her bakery. This is probably, like, the first time she's been asked to cook at Photo Studios. She's like, oh, okay, cool. And I'll also be cooking with the kid I just made the cake for. She's excited.
Unfortunately, you see, you did such a good job on his kid's birthday cake, and also the cake that he bought for Jack when he was not feeling well, that the engineer is just like, this is clearly, like, the best cake baker in town. I've gotta have her.
He's, like, excited, but also a tad bit, like, slightly concerned of what might happen.
Aww.
Shorts Kid is just like, they have tied on their apron, they have their little chef's hat on, and they are about the same size as Pam. So, they are just like friend, child friend, age same, baby. So they just like, have bounded right up to Pam and they say, we're gonna make a cake.
Heck yeah, we're gonna make cake.
It's like,
Fun.
it's like girl non-binary / whatever bonding time. Like, this is what... This is so cool! And Shorts Kid then like lashes out with a big hug because they're very touch oriented. But then realizes, oh shoot, I gotta ask first, and unhugs and goes, wait, can I hug you?
Absolutely.
Hug continued.
He hugs back.
Yeah.
Hug
What
shared.
flavor are we gonna make it? Wait, can we make it all the flavors?
I'm about to tell you, because to restrain the chaos a little bit, I did in fact sort of get things so like 2 of the cakes may have like already got sort of recipe things, and the Larry cake is where you're gonna make it up, and I dread to think what is gonna happen there. So you have 3 tiers. The bottom is the biggest, and that's the Animus cake. So it's a traditional festive flavoured cake. So, seasonal dried fruits, spices, that kind of thing. And it's good and solid. So hopefully, Pam, you're basically in charge of that one because it's so critical.
Okay.
You're overseeing the others. But those are, like, the other guys' job. So the anniversary cake, Snail, I did ask you what moves would like in a cake. But I was also like, what would Snailian really like in a cake? Confetti. So that one's a funfetti cake.
You know it is.
Yes.
How did I know confetti cake was coming?
I'm not saying you can't put actual confetti in it. In fact, I would highly endorse that. So that one's the middle one. And then the top one is the Larry cake. So Larry cake is whatever flavour you think Larry would like.
May I suggest steak?
Oh my god, you can.
Oh my god.
I mean, you
really wants it to be a love flavored cake.
Okay. Actually, this is good. This is the next topic of discussion. You are all talking about what flavour the Larry cake should be. Go.
Like, I know that steak is good, but it's not really a cake flavor. And I really, really want a love flavored cake. So is love flavored like steak?
I don't recommend we try making a steak cake, that's for sure.
A steak,
But
but
Larry
it's
ordered
spelled
it on
weird.
the train way back at the beginning, so we could show that we love him because we remember things that he likes, which is steak.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, like, if that's the first, like, we know for a fact that he likes it, so I reckon a steak cake would work just great.
He
Charlie
likes
is
root beer.
absolutely.
Pam
You
is
guys
like pointing, like the thinking finger thing, and she's like, what if we choose like a simple flavor, but if you want, we can either make the cake steak shaped or like have it like a steak fondant thing. If that makes sense.
I vote steak shaped cake.
Would that look aesthetically pleasing on top of the Animus anniversary cake?
Snail. Think about this. It's a big, like, we can add food coloring so that it's red like a steak, and then the outside of it is just like 3 inches of white frosting.
I will be clear. I want to be very clear. Snailian is immediately 10 times more tempted.
Maybe not have 90% of it like frosting. Maybe
No,
just
I
include,
reckon
like,
Larry would love it.
Steak has to have fat around the outside, and the fat is the icing.
Yeah, like, I reckon if it was just icing, Larry'd love that. I know it.
You sure you don't want anything cake? What was that?
Hey, Pam.
Yeah?
Snailian just turned her puppy dog eyes upon you because she wasn't saying the whole thing would be frosting, but Shorts Kid did just say 3 inches of frosting, and now they're just looking at you with big eyes. They're drooling just a little bit.
I mean,
And
Snailian,
they're looking
how many
right
inches? How many inches are you? Like, how tall is Snailian compared to 3 inches? I'm like,
We want icing that's as thick as Snailian.
oh god.
Oh no.
Oh, now I'm just picturing like basically a wall of icing and Snailian just like kind of sliming into it and leaving a snail-shaped imprint as they eat their way along.
I think that's the daydream sequence that's happening right now.
Pam's gonna like look at Snailian and sees the puppy dog eyes and she's like, well, alright, as long as you're sure that Larry can manage all that icing.
He's so so strong. He can definitely manage it. And if he doesn't like it, since it'll be around the edge instead of on top of it, he can just scoot it away so that other people can have it.
Yeah.
Also,
Good save.
I've had like a red cake before, and the white frosting that came with it was really good. I don't know what it's called. Like, it's this red cake, and it has white frosting, and I don't know what it's called.
Space Cadet, you talking about red velvet cake? Because yeah, I don't reckon that would be too bad.
I like that a
Oh
lot.
yeah.
Do you
Try
melt
that.
cheese on top? I know there's something cheese with red velvet cake.
Yeah, the frosting is cream cheese
Cream cheese?
flavored.
Mm.
Is cream cheese better than real cheese? Because I like real cheese.
Shorts Kid immediately is like, Pam, can we take a detour to get some cream cheese?
Sure.
Shorts Kid then immediately heads to the fridge with Snail in their hands and says, "This is cream cheese," and holds up a little tub.
But what about real cheese? Real cheese is really good.
Shorts Kid pops open the tub, and a whiff of cream cheesy goodness comes over the edge. And Snailian, this thing is big. Like, this tub is just big enough to be like the perfect size for like a snail hot tub or a snot tub.
Oh no! Why would you call it that?
Please no.
I'm so sad you already got an inspiration point because I would have begged Maud to
Yeah,
give me one
yeah.
so bad.
Honestly, I think you all. I mean, Shorts, because you've already got one, and I don't want to give too many out. I think you've all got an inspiration point at this point because of that whole interaction. I am nearly crying already. This was a really good idea. Okay, to move things along, because I think you've settled on a red velvet steak cake, which is amazing. I love that. We are going to move on.
Charlie was trying to encourage them into making like the worst cake possible, but no, actually, red velvet probably is going to be quite a nice one for Larry.
It can still go there. It can still go there, Charlie.
True.
Shorts
Lucy
Kid
and
has
Pam's watch.
deposited Snail into the fucking tub of cream cheese.
Like, just with the cheese in it?
Oh no, you can't use that to cook now.
Yeah,
Oh,
but like,
man.
there's a couple of
Shorts
tubs in
Kid,
there.
I
Shorts Kid likes cream cheese.
Oh my god. While this is happening, Pam, I need you to make an intelligence or an investigation check. Because we do
Okay.
roll some dice in this game. Not many, but...
Taste it. You gotta taste it.
Purcell, we're sorry for our
Ew.
crimes.
It was intelligence, right?
Yeah.
Snail, you gotta taste it.
I'm tasting it!
Is it any good? What do you think? I like it.
I'm taking a second to taste it before I decide. I can't just decide all at once.
Okay, with that 14 that Pam just rolled, she was looking around the kitchen to see what she's got to work with, because the first thing you've got to do is preheat the oven. And you're making 3 separate cakes. Fortunately, you're in Dodo Studios where there's quite a lot of staff, so there are in fact 3 ovens. And you can preheat those. I think with the 14 you are a bit distracted. So 2 of them you set to what is probably the right heat. 1 of them you might not. I'm just making a note of that. You don't know which one it is. Okay, you have preheated the ovens, or you are preheating them. I am just using my brain for things while I type. That's hard. Okay, so I will be the instruction book, so you don't have to worry about not knowing how to make a cake. Also, this is a very loose interpretation of what is required to make 3 cakes, so guide with me, those of you who are listening who are actually bake-off masters.
That's as many as 3 ones.
Yes.
That's terrible.
Yeah. Oh my god, the references, we just have them. Okay, so the first thing that the book says is that you have to butter 3 cake pans and put parchment paper in the bottom. How does this go? Who does what?
So I guess since there's like 3 teams per layer, yeah, she finds the pan, she's gonna give one each, and she's like, okay, also to put the butter and such.
Okay, I mean, I don't know if there's anything I can make you roll for this. I could make you roll investigation to find cake tins?
Oh yeah, that does.
Yeah, everybody roll investigation, because I want to see, like, how well you do at finding the ingredients. Let's just call this the ingredients searching roll.
Okay. Investigation.
I don't actually have my character sheet up. Everybody shame me.
Shame!
Shame!
Oh, Charlie got
Shame!
5.
Shame!
I
Tut,
didn't
tut,
read
tut.
it until now.
Early.
I'd like to point out, Charlie got a 5.
Yep. I mean, you have that inspiration point, but you might want to save that. You also have luck points.
I'm gonna save it because, you know what, Charlie not knowing where anything in this kitchen is sounds pretty good. Like,
Yeah.
pretty on character for me.
Fine.
This is either gonna be Shorts Kid opens their third eye or Shorts Kid closes their eyes. Shorts Kid closes their eyes.
Okay!
Wonderful.
This is wonderful. This was a half success. So 2 of you did succeed. That would be Pam and Snalian, which is perfectly in keeping with your characters, as opposed to Shorts Kid and Charlie, who basically start accidentally playing hide and seek.
Yeah.
Aww.
Look, we found cake tins, they're just not the right sort of cake tins, and we instead built like a fortress out of them.
Yeah, or you start like sword fighting and using pan lids as shields.
Yeah.
Shorts Kid then pounces on his tail. It's mine now. I have the high ground. Oh wait, this is soft.
Okay.
Like, I think Charlie, no, right, continue, you continue. on.
No, I want to hear what Charlie does, please.
I was gonna say, like, realistically, cat's tails are not that strong. Somehow, going on Toon logic, Charlie does kind of just pull his tail up, and then Shorts Kid is now upside down.
It was a trap. It was a rope trap.
Oh no! Oh wait, cakes!
Yeah.
Shorts Kid, let's go.
Okay, so for that, you did find the butter and you did find paper. You're not sure if it's parchment paper. And you have found 2 cake tins, which will be fine for the Animus and the Funfetti cake. The Larry cake, you found something that's more like a baking tray, but maybe you can make it work. It'll do.
It's gonna be icy
I-
anyway.
I think we have like a brownie tray. I think that'd work. I just don't know where it went. Because again, I'm not allowed to use the oven a lot. So I remember Cell being like, alright, I'm going to put these high up. Because if you want brownies, use the microwave. I'm not sure how its magic works, but you seem to know how to use it. So now I just make microwave brownies. But what was I talking about again? Right, I don't know where the brownie tray is.
If it's up high, I could try and slime up.
Yeah, I guess everybody roll perception to find this brownie tray. I mean, I was like going off the fact that you'd already found it and it's not perfect, but hey, let's see where it's hiding. A 14,
God, I hope this fails.
15, a
Okay.
3, Snailin.
Oh.
No, that's Owl, and it was a
that's
nat
Owl.
1. No, I was nat 1, no!
I know how this works. You're all looking for it, and then you all look around at Shorts Kid, who looks very confused, and she is wearing it as a hat.
Aww.
Which is
Oh,
why
that's
they could
perfect.
not find it.
That's so good.
Okay.
I know it was here. I just don't remember where I put it.
Shorts?
Yeah? Well, they're not in my
Uh.
shorts. I'd know if it was in my shorts. Let me check
Got
my
a little
pockets.
something. On your
Stallion
head.
knocks on their snow mitt.
Oh, and Shorts Kid picks it up and goes, "That's where it is."
Ta-da! Congratulations, you have got past the first very small paragraph of things to do. Okay, I'm just gonna say you managed to butter the 3 cake pans and put this paper, question mark, in the bottom. And the next thing you have to do is you use 3 mixing bowls, each one for a separate cake, and sift together flour, baking powder, baking soda, and salt.
can I do an Arcana check to
Yes.
make sure this paper is parchment?
That's a very good call. While you're doing that, maybe the others can do a dex. I'm gonna say a save for sifting.
That's a nat one.
No, you can't tell what this
Okay.
paper
It's
is.
paper? Question mark?
Yeah. Oh,
You
24.
suddenly forget what any and all paper looks like.
Yeah. Oh no! Oh, Pam! Remember, you have an inspiration point.
I would, but I might need it for later.
You might. You never know. Shorts Kid, you can roll a dex for this this sifting task as well, because you'll have joined in after you've realised that that's just paper. That's paper. It's fine. It'll work. Nothing will go wrong.
Hey,
Maud, I'm gonna laugh
Snallion,
and
can,
make sure it's actual paper, like not
Snallion?
parchment paper. Yeah.
can you taste the paper?
I
Because
always.
Snallion knows what confetti tastes like, and they probably know what regular paper tastes
Okay,
like.
Snallion, make an Arcana check on this paper.
I love that we're using Arcana as like a taste check.
I don't care. It's funny.
Yeah.
Cooking is like
A
chemistry.
12?
A 12? Yeah, that sure is some paper you're eating. You can't tell what kind it is.
Parchment paper.
It isn't confetti. That's what you can tell with a 12. I think the reason, Pam, you did a 6 on that deck save, but the reason is that in their enthusiasm, Short Kid jogged your elbow, and so quite a lot of the ingredients, the dry ingredients, just went everywhere. It's fine, you'll have enough for the animus cake to work, but there is already a lot of mess. So that's great. This is actually going to come in
Covered
later.
in flour.
Looks like I am. I think she also saw Alien and Shorty like taste testing the paper, and she's like, "Oh, okay."
This is
Doesn't
normal.
question it. She's just like, "Okay."
Can Charlie quickly kind of like lean over, see Pam's countertop, see the mess, and go like, oh, one sec, let me help you with that, and cast Prestidigitation to clean it up.
Oh, that's lovely. And trust me, that was a good idea. Okay, yeah, that's very kind of you, Charlie. That's very gentlemanly of you.
Flour
She
is
looks at the
flammable.
counter and she looks up at Charlie and she's like, "Thank you."
Yes. No problem. No fun trying to cook in messy places, frankly.
I will die for Pam.
Do we have
Pam is
like
the
a
best.
recipe? I want to read it. Where is it?
Charlie, do you also want to taste the paper? I don't want you to feel left out.
I'm good. I'm good, thanks. So like ate a couple of sheets this morning, so I'm all full.
Shorts Kid rips a corner off of the paper and then holds it up.
Do it.
Roll persuasion! Roll persuasion!
Oh God.
Eat it, eat. Oh, that 20 plus 6.
No. You didn't put the D. You didn't put the D in.
Oh,
Sorry.
That's fine
That's a
anyway.
21.
Shorts Kid gives you the eyes.
Snaily and not so good. I mean,
Are you trying to convince Charlie here or Pam?
Charlie,
Yeah, you know
eat
what?
the paper, Charlie.
Yeah, you know what? It's a tiny bit. Charlie will eat the paper. He's eaten one.
okay, Charlie.
Now you gotta roll Arcana.
Yeah, this is how we are checking for paper. That I can't believe that this is how we do this. I just know this is going to happen in future games. A 2.
Crit fail.
Yeah, you've
He
never.
does not know what the paper is.
Charlie surprisingly eats paper the least out of everybody in this room, apart from possibly Pam, who has a brain.
As is this all going on, and she's just like slightly confused, but she's like, "Okay, this may be their thing. I'm not gonna question it."
Pam, do you want to eat the paper?
I'm good, thank you.
Eat it. Eat it.
Oh, no.
I'm gonna be honest, I don't know what the difference
No.
between parchment paper and regular paper is, so I figured thered be a different taste.
There probably would be, but you've all rolled so low. What was the 18 for?
Snallion was rolling persuasion again.
Oh my
Wait,
god.
I could do persuasion as well.
Oh my goodness!
23 from Charlie.
The peer
Eat it,
pressure.
Eat it. Eat it.
I mean, they're being very persuasive,
I
Pam.
want people to feel left out.
She's like, Okay, might as well join this in.
Roll
Like,
Arcana!
yeah.
I can't believe this. Out of everyone, you might have a chance of getting this right, Pam. Please roll Arcana.
Great. Nice parser.
If we all fail it, then Jesus.
Yes!
Oh, why?
Okay! You may have actually just avoided a rather unfortunate fate because, Pam, you're actually a baker. You know what parchment or greaseproof paper is like. This is ordinary paper. This is like paper that you write on, and it would have gone horribly. So you suddenly realise that, in fact, doing this stupid thing has just saved all 3 cakes.
She takes the paper out of her mouth. She's like, okay, yeah, we should find another paper. This isn't the correct paper.
Okay.
Subpar paper. Knew it when I tasted it.
With a
Yeah,
19,
thank you.
going off that 19, I'm going to say, like, you succeeded well enough that you find actual parchment paper that you use in baking. So that's good. Well done. You avoided my
Putting
horrible
things in my
paper
mouth
trap.
always works out for me.
Yeah. Shall we move on with the recipe? Are we all ready?
Yeah, we're good.
Good, because the next
We
bit
have
is going to
successfully
be...
prepped the pans.
Yeah, the next bit is going to be great. So, in these 3 mixing... not 3 mixing bowls. This is like in a separate bowl, because we're doing it like a proper cake, Sarah. You have to beat the butter and sugar until it's light and fluffy, and add the eggs one at a time and beat them into the mix. I'm going to, like, ask you to make whoever's doing the mixing, like, who wants to do this?
Pam would do the mixing unless Short Kid, Stanley, and Charlie want to try.
You could all do it.
Punch this.
I will say,
yeah,
Charlie,
Punch it.
it's probably easiest for Charlie to actually, get to the bench, seeing he's about twice as tall as the rest of you guys.
The kitchen actually has, as it were, 2 height settings. There are pull-out and wheel-about stand-on platforms, because, most of the owls and penguins are also very short. Marcel is like an exception in being tall.
Some of these little pull-out stations have like fiery footprints burned into them.
I wonder who that was. Oh, cute. But yes, that's something you can do. Like, basically, whoever is wanting to do the beating the butter and the sugar, do a strength check.
Wait, can I suggest, like, maybe everyone gets a shot? So
Yeah.
just in case one thing goes a bit wrong, we still have, like, extra mix left.
Oh, there's going to be quite a lot of cake mix. Sure, everybody roll me strength. Let's see how this how messy this gets.
Shorts Kid rolls up their sleeves and attempts to punch the butter and sugar.
I think Charlie's having a worse time than that because that was a nat 1.
Oh god, I'm kind of actually, I think I'm gonna spend one of my luck points just because getting 2 nat 1s in a row, like, does not feel right, no.
I mean, like, that would be like the cake beat you.
Yeah.
Punch, punch,
A
punch,
4!
punch.
4 instead. Okay, yeah, no.
What
Charlie's
happened?
Just, no.
-1.
Like, Charlie,
-1
you have to describe what happens with those failed rolls. Like, why has this gone so wrong for you, Charlie?
Okay, alright, I bet it's because, like, when they were gathering ingredients, they, at least for the stuff that Charlie was working with, they forgot to, let the butter sit at room temperature for a while, and this is, like, straight out of the fridge butter. So he's desperately trying to stir this rock-solid chunk of butter, and it's just not doing anything.
Oh, no.
Shorts Kid punches the butter.
Yeah, and that softens it slightly, and then Pam, you go next and really do try to, like, kind of break it up, but it's still pretty hard, so that's why your 13 comes in. And then Snailian, you're the last one, you're the baby, and by that time, it's kind of melted a bit. So you're 17, with your furious determination, you managed to get it. You managed to beat them to a nice, fluffy consistency. So congratulations, your group effort in defeating this frozen butter did succeed.
Woo!
Amazing.
Ooh, I beat the butter with my bare hands.
Since Charlie and Shortskin got like pretty low, can Pam like leave her mix for a bit and like help teach them how to mix the thing properly?
Oh,
That's
Wait, we're
fine.
not supposed to punch it? Why do you call it beating it then?
It's another term.
Okay.
You should just call it stirring raucously then.
Stirring raucously. I like that. Put that in a recipe book in the future, please, someone. And the thing is, the other thing that's having to happen is add eggs one at a time and beat them into the mix. Shortskid, how do you interpret this? Like, maybe roll intelligence or something.
Of course you open the eggs first and get rid of the crunchy part. That's rule 101 of eggs, so Shorts Kid already knows to do that. But they're still like, I still think if we gotta beat it, I gotta hit it with my hands, so they just stick their fingers up in there.
Great, roll to hit. You're making an unarmed strike against the cake mixture.
Please tell me everyone washed their hands before doing this.
Oh yeah, sure, Pam would have made sure of that. A 4.
Yeah, okay. Shorts Kid's hands are clean.
I'm going to explain what this 4 means, because you do actually hit the egg, but please, just imagine that this child, Pam, you see this almost in slow motion as you're going over to tell them not to actually physically punch the eggs, and you just see the tiny fist go down into this egg, and it just goes up, around, into the air, and it's like you're supposed to mix it in like one at a time, carefully into the mix, and this is not what Shortskin has done. So there is a copious amount of egg in the air now.
I rolled a strength check, so I got a 4 on that.
Yeah.
So that means that it was really wimpy. So
I know, but I'm interpreting.
I imagine that Shorts Kid winds up for a big ass punch, but then touches the egg and goes, ew, bad texture, and then just blorp. Their hand is now in the bowl.
I'm gonna let you have that, but the malice of my game plan is, in fact, that the lower the roll, the worse you do the technique. So, in fact, in this case, like, a high roll would have meant that you had managed to squelch it in gently with your fingers, but you literally just punched an egg. So, I mean, how do you want this to go?
Then, I think the middle ground of this is that Shorts Kid attempts to, like, do that, but then, like, their hand goes gently into the mixture and then just splorp, there is now egg on the counter.
Yeah, most of the egg has gone out of the bowl. That's like with a 4. I have to make this happen. Okay, so that was only one of the cake mixtures. I believe that was the Larry cake, I suspect.
Eggs feel bad.
Eggs do feel bad.
God, Larry's gonna get something completely edible. I'm so sorry.
It's alright,
Okay.
I do have a failsafe, but we'll get to that. So, I mean, I'm just gonna say, like, the other 2 mixtures go okay? No, let's like, make it fair. So, who wants to roll for the big cake and who wants to roll for the middle-sized cake? You both have to make a strength check, whatever. I mean, well, it could be strength or it could be dex, because, again, you're adding eggs one at a time and beating them in.
Yeah, can I make an argument? Yeah, can we use dex, please?
Absolutely, go for it.
My strength is not good.
That's a 12 from Charlie.
Right. A 12 and a 13. Again, with the glorious spattering that happened, some of the egg actually went into your bowls, so you have slightly too much egg in your mixtures.
Oh.
It's not too bad, but you know, like, the exact measurements are definitely out of the window. At this point, Pam, you are definitely improvising.
Oh dear.
Yeah, I don't know how many of you watched Bee and Puppycat, but it's like the scene in the first episode where Bee and Decker try to bake something, but it goes terribly wrong, and Decker just keeps going, "It's okay, we can work with this." That's Pam right now.
Yeah, I can see that.
It's okay, we can work with this.
Oh wow. Okay, and the final challenge of this bit again is a sort of a caution thing. So you need to pour this mix, the wet mix, into the dry mix. I want whoever's responsible for doing this for each mix to roll intelligence.
Not Charlie. Not Charlie.
Shorts Kid?
Yeah, sure.
You have to have intelligence for magic, right?
Yeah,
I mean, wizard magic.
The short kid. I can't.
Hello?
Hello? Have you died?
What?
Did you die from
What are we
shock?
talking about?
You and Snallian need to make an intelligence check. I'm gonna say, Pam, because you're a baker, you get advantage. So roll twice and take the higher one.
Okay, intelligence. That's a plus
Let's
one
check
in
my
that.
intelligence.
Oh, hey, same.
Ooh, 7. Oh my god, an 8.
No.
Please roll higher than that,
Wait,
Pam.
advantage.
Yeah, advantage.
Okay, 17.
17 is good. That's very good. Oh, the 17 is good. Again,
Wait, one sec. Can I just kind of, can Charlie, while Shorts Kid is trying to pour this in, can Charlie come over, pat Shorts Kid on the back and kind of like, oh yeah, you got the Space Cadet, and give them bardic inspiration,
yes,
please?
absolutely. I haven't mentioned, but yes, any spells or ability you have, like, you can use them if you think it'll help. And in this case, it probably will.
Yeah,
heavy.
roll a d8.
Alright. Shorts Kid is just like, it's heavy. I'm not sure if I can get all of it in there.
Okay,
Okay, that gets it up to a 10.
that's not too bad. I mean, it could be much worse. Shorts Kid, which cake are you working on again? Like,
Shorts Kid wants to make this Larry cake the
Yeah.
best it can be.
I figured it would be
Just-
that one.
Shorts
Oh.
Kid is packing it full of Shorts Kid brand love.
Okay, so Snallian, you are carefully watching Pam, who is pouring the wet mix into the dry mix very slowly. Shorts Kid, you were kind of struggling with like the weight of the ball, and you just kind of revel in the success that you managed to get it where you needed it to be, and pour the wet mix in too fast. And again, we get this pfft, and quite a lot of the dry mix ends up being shunted out of the bowl onto the workstation.
Oh no.
Oh no.
But I mean, it's in. It's fine.
Fine.
And Shorts Kid attempts to pick up whatever got like slopped outside the bowl with their tiny hands.
That's
Wait,
fine.
No. Hang on, Shorts Kid. No, that's not good. That's
Like, hold
not
on, Shorts Kid.
The counters are clean.
Sorry,
Are-
Shorts.
My hands are clean. They just got a lot of egg on them.
Oh god.
Don't say that means it's not very clean anymore, kid.
I just
Do
wanna
I gotta
say,
wash them again?
You can wash them as many times as you like.
Shorts Kid wipes their hands on Charlie's apron and then goes to wash them.
I just wanna
Charlie
say,
just kind of like glares prestidigitation on the apron again.
Just
That
he
has a
is
little,
so used to this. I'm so glad he has a 6-year-old.
This is beautiful.
It's fine.
Okay, we are now at a fun bit. I mean, all of this is fun. I can't believe that this is
Just
going
wear
as
it.
well and badly as it is. I literally was like, hey, why don't we play a game where the literal game is just make a thing with a recipe? And here we are. It's actually kind of working. Okay, so
It is.
Pam, I want you to roll either history or intelligence or arcana to figure out the ingredients for your animus cake. Again, you get advantage because you're a baker. You can help the others, but I mean, like, yeah, your focus is the animus cake, so you can supervise the others. But Snallian, I think you're in charge of the funfetti cake, so similarly, you can choose one of those, like intelligence, arcana, or history, for like figuring out the flavors, basically, to put in to this mix. I think Charlie and Shorts Kid is the best chaos group to figure out what you put in to a red velvet cake.
I just want to say, like, after Short Kid makes the little flop mess, Pam has a little pocket in her apron, and she has a little handkerchief or a rug ready, so she goes in Short Kid's workplace and helps clean it up while Short Kid washes their hands.
Aww. You're all very good at
Harder
helping
than it
each other.
looks.
Alright, I'm
Look,
gonna
brownies are so much easier.
Yeah.
And brownies are easier to make than cakes.
I'm gonna roll. Charlie's rolling history to see if he can remember, like, what is in a red velvet cake, because, like, he's certain his nan told him at one point before.
Mhm.
But with a 17,
Yeah, you
how
do
much does he
remember.
remember?
My pass for this was 16, so Stubbs and Kat, you're doing okay. Not so much, but you are with Charlie, so you might get, like, shoved in the right direction. You might end up putting in something that isn't usually in there. Snalian?
It's basically just chocolate and food dye, isn't it?
Yeah, and a little bit of vanilla.
Shorts Kid is just like, it's gotta be red. So they like go over and they raid the pantry, and they pull out various things that are red, including canned beet.
Oh, you beauty. In fact, like, beetroot is not bad for cakes because it is sugary and moist. So that's actually a good choice.
Never tried beetroot cake, so I can't tell.
Like, they come over with hands full of red things, which includes red food coloring, and they put it down on the counter, and they're like, I got everything red, but I don't know what goes into a red velvet cake, because I'm pretty sure regular velvet shouldn't go into a cake.
I mean, that's true.
Well, yeah, I mean, you got right with this one, and Charlie picks up, like, the red food coloring and puts that to the side of things that we'll definitely use. Not 100% certain about the rest of these, but it's worth a shot.
Are you just going to put all of it in the cake?
No, not all. Or the stuff that from that 17 would kind of even vaguely make sense to go in the cake. I'm fine with the beetroot going in because Charlie's reasoning will be, well, you put carrots in carrot cake and they work fine and they're a vegetable. So
in
like,
it goes.
Beetroot can't be too bad.
It is in the cake. You have got all of the right flavours plus beetroot. I'm not quite sure what that would actually do, but I love it.
Shorts Kid thinks very hard and goes, beetroot. Beat like a heartbeat. Love is flavored like beetroot.
Aww.
It all makes sense. Pam,
Look, it even bleeds when you squeeze it. No, I can't do that.
Pam, with your roll, it's fine. You get all of the right flavours, and because of that, do you want to give Snalian a bit of a hand there? Because right now, with that 11, Snalian has just got a ton of confetti you don't know where from.
Shorts Kid, in their grasp for, like, their look for red things in the pantry, has found a bag of gummy bears because some gummy bears are red, and they were just gonna pick out the red gummy bears, but then they found the beetroot, and obviously Love is flavored like beetroot, so they just, they have the confetti, like, over there. Snail has the confetti, and Shorts Kid goes, you wanna know what else is sweet and multicolored? Gummy bears!
They are sweet and multicolored. Yeah, can I have some of the gummy bears? They do the grabby nubbins.
Shorts Kid passes over the bag, which is like 3 times as big as Snalian.
Pam, are you okay with this? I mean, like, you can be.
I have no idea. I have never seen gummy bear cake.
It's sort of like when you add weird shit to cupcakes to be, like, studded in there. Like, there are blueberry muffins, right? So, like, why can't there be gummy bear cake?
I guess roll persuasion.
I guess the sugar would kind of, like, melt into the rest of the cake, so you just wind up with these multicolored spots that might be a bit more chewy, but...
You made it sound really good.
Here's the bad news.
Damn.
Here's the bad news. With an 11, Snalian doesn't know she's doing anything wrong.
No.
And doesn't realize that she hasn't, like, flavored the actual cake part.
Mm-hmm.
There's not even vanilla in there.
No. So, like, again, like, Pam, do you want to interject? Because you got a 17. That means, like, you did yours well enough that you can also help one of the others.
We slow down
I'll
into
help
bullet
Damien.
time. And the
I'll
bag
help.
of
I will help.
the bag of confetti and the bag of fucking gummy bears are slowly beginning to pour in. What is your decision, Pam?
Emma's gonna walk slowly and she's like, okay, wait, let's take this slowly. And she, like, slowly lowers the bag of gummy bears.
But the confetti's
Okay, we
fine.
can try to put that in later. Yeah, okay. Yeah, she's gonna try to help.
Okay, I want you to, I think I do have to make you roll again, because you're in a stressful situation right now, so again, one of those rolls, History, Arcana, or Intelligence, to help Snalian figure out what actually goes in a funfetti flavour cake. A 14. Okay, so you're not sure that confetti doesn't go in? I mean, it's called a funfetti cake. It's got fetty in it, so yeah, sure, why not? But you're also pretty sure that it has vanilla and buttermilk in it. So you do get those actual flavours into the cake. Well done.
Wait, is it like, I just realized, is it like actual paper confetti or the sugar confetti thingy?
I was assuming paper confetti, but I mean, Snailion, what kind of confetti have you got on you today?
So there's good news and there's bad news. Good news is it's edible. It's not poisonous, because Snalia doesn't bring, like, confetti that would hurt other people. The bad news is it's definitely very small pieces of paper. This is not flavored candy confetti. This is paper confetti.
Amazing.
Still technically edible.
Yeah. Okay, you have flavoured your cake mixes. Congratulations. That's it, man. It's in.
A brownie with confetti, so.
Short Kid lifts the gummy bears again.
I mean, you could save those for later, because I will point out that you get to decorate the cake.
Oh,
Half
yeah.
gummy bears
Pours in
now,
a few
half of them
gummy
later.
bears.
Maybe we could put them on top of the cake.
There are a few gummy bears in this batter.
Well, okay.
Is that in the Larry
Most
cake?
of them are still in the bag, but Shorts Kid has gone over to the confetti cake and just tipped in a couple of gummy.
Okay, they are in the cake. They are in the cake. I am keeping track of this.
Pouring more. He's like, maybe we should reserve the other gummy bears to put on top later.
That's a good idea. That's a good
People can see the gummy bears.
Yeah, that can be confetti on the outside.
Okay, all characters who are in universe, you don't notice anything because that's a very good roll. Everybody out of universe, please know that Snailian does have a mouthful of their confetti in their mouth, and they're trying to chew as quietly as possible because they know they should have given it all over to the cake, but they just needed one nubbinful.
Yeah.
And they're now chewing subtly.
Because the thing that this cake needed is more confetti that's actual paper confetti.
I mean, like, to be fair, tasting the ingredients when you are cooking is like a time-honored tradition.
Oh,
like,
true.
So, like, you're fine.
I mean,
that was just sleight of hand, so, like, it doesn't matter that it's a tradition, y'all don't notice.
okay,
With an 18, I'm afraid y'all are just completely oblivious as Snailian is just like, oh.
Amazing.
Okay, now we have to pour the mixture into these cake tins. So, knowing that you have learned your lesson from before, that pouring things slowly is actually kind of beneficial for the preservation of how much of the thing you have, I want you all to make a dex save, but, like, with advantage, because you've already learned that lesson. It's educational!
Alright, let's do some
Fantastic. This
rolling.
is the one thing Charlie's good at.
Oh, she said rolling. I mean, they said rolling an 11.
To be fair,
Ooh.
I rolled a 4 that pushed it up to an 11.
Yeah, that's...
God damn.
26.
Yeah, that's... Oh, very... You are the master of cake
roll
pouring.
again. Forgot.
Pam got a nat 20, so I don't think they need to roll again.
Okay.
Can I say that Shorts Kid just attempts to help Charlie pour these in?
Yeah.
Yeah.
In which case, I will go
Just
for the
like-
mid-ground between a 26 and an 8, because that's the only fair way of doing this. Yeah.
Wait, was the 8 with advantage? Oh god,
Yes.
yeah, it was.
2 8s. I got 2 8s. Okay, so that's not,
God.
you know, it's not terrible, but Charlie, you feel a bit gutted because it was going so well, and then Shorts Kid helped, in inverted commas.
Oh!
And some...
If it helps, the way Shorts Kid helped was they like swooped in between Charlie and the counter and then like lifted the bowl a little bit. Like I'm helping, but also just like being just like, look, you have a child comfortably ensconced in your arms.
Oh god. Shorts Kid be so glad that Charlie is very used to dealing with a 6-year-old around the house.
Yeah, even so, I'm afraid a hearty glop of your mixture does not make it into the brownie tray. My god, this Larry cake. Okay, and but fortunately the other two go quite well. So you actually do have, like, you got the mix into the cake tins. That's an accomplishment. If you watch the Bake Off, some people don't manage that. So
yeah.
you have successfully done this, and because you've already preheated the ovens, you can put your cakes into their respective ovens, and you set them to bake for 25 to 30 minutes, and you are going to leave them, which means that we are going to take a break. We're going to take a 5-minute break, and then we will come back and see what has happened to your cakes. Oh boy, thank you for playing with this like very loosey-goosey technique. I was like not at all sure how this would work, but I think it's going okay.
This is still going good. This is still fine.
Oh god.
I'm just very interested to see which cake is going to be pseudo ruined because of the whole we know what we out of character. No, one of the ovens is a bit skew-if.
Yes. Actually, well done for reminding me, because what I need to do is roll a d3 to see which of the cakes it was. Oh
God,
no.
Shouldn't have said anything.
Oh.
No.
Okay, well that, So, we're going to take a break and come back, and then I'll tell you what that meant.
Oh dear.
Okay.
I don't know what you're talking about. I think it's fine.
Everything
If
is
it
fine.
helps, Shorts Kid is just going to watch this thing bake, and with all of their little heart and possibly, like, enchanted brain, just use their inspiration to make this cake come out well. Like, this is childhood belief. Just saying, we worked really hard on this. I want this cake to be good.
I wish I could let you have that, but I don't think I can, just because it would break the entire logic of this game that I planned. I will let you use it.
Inspiration mod!
I know, but like that counteracts all of the failed rolls that happened for the Larry cake. And it's the Larry cake.
Be straight up inedible. On the other
Can we
hand,
at least say that it won't burn?
I've got a
Appreciate that
fail-safe.
you guys are specifically targeting Larry to
Hello,
get
Larry.
poisoning.
Oh my god.
I do have to ask, while Larry's cake is going to get completely ruined, does Larry have taste buds?
I mean, good question.
Well, on the upside, he doesn't have a stomach, so he can't get food poisoning.
Yeah, that's true. Anyway, as I have actually briefly mentioned, I have a failsafe, and we may have to use it from the looks of this. But let's take our break, and then we'll come back, and the descriptions, they shall happen. Okay, toodaloo, see you in a minute, folks.
Can I just say, Uni, thank you for just turning up out of absolutely nowhere there. That was great.
I do what I can.
We love you, Uni.
This is great.
Just like, who in the world, like, just 9-year-old goes, I'm gonna try and make most of this cake and I'm gonna fill it full of love, and doesn't expect it to be an absolute atrocity.
Oh god.
We're like, Pam and Shorts Kid are about the same size, but Pam has a fucking brain and knows how to bake, so...
Yeah. Pam is a delight, and I also just want to say, I'm picking Uni's appearance as kind of Larry walking past the kitchens, seeing the open doorway, looking in, seeing the absolute chaos that's going on, and then just like, I'm having none of that, and walking off again.
Oh.
100%.
Wonderful.
Hey, can I make it clear? Everybody in this game is a delight. I love Pam.
Yes.
I love Shirley.
So
I love Shirley so much, and Pam is such a sweetheart.
Like, the only thing
fun
that I'm a
to
little sad
today.
about is that we didn't get to have Pam meet Spray Pam.
Yet.
Right, I keep forgetting you guys have a thing that's also called Pam.
Yeah, I thought that was on purpose, but Pam is a baking spray that you spray onto cake tins. Instead of having to butter them, you can just, it's a type of, like, vegetable oil, and it's aerosol, and you spray it, and it makes a nice even coating, and you don't have to worry about it. and I find it extremely helpful. But also, if the cake recipe says use butter, probably use butter. Butter.
Good. I'm just looking at Bean Puppy Cat's GIS.
It's still good. It's still good.
It's fine. You can look at it.
I did not catch that, Starbs. You completely glitched out for me there for a second.
I just quoted the episode like, that's so fine, you can work with this.
Yeah, that's fair.
Hi, I'm back. Sorry. Hi. Oh my god, this game is so funny. Oh, I hope you're having a good time.
Oh, fun.
We are.
I'm glad. It's still good. Yeah. Don't worry, Al. I will let you use that inspiration, but not in the way you think. So there is an out. I did expect something to go awry, so I was like, I know what I can do about this.
Acceptable. I'm not actually all that mad. I'm just like, I'm not sure if this is gonna be one of those things where Shorts Kid has to fail and then Larry has to eat this brick with a straight face.
Oh no, it's fine. That's what I mean. I have a failsafe. I thought about this.
Is the failsafe like asking Marcel to come in and then like the rest of us just sitting by as Marcel and Pam, you know, make edible stuff?
No, it's not. You will achieve success. I promise you. I mean, it's going to be a mixed success anyway because of, you know, the previous roles. But honestly, you did a lot better than you could have.
Yeah.
It's not too bad. I'm very impressed.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah,
I also
Marcel
just
is
want to
going
point
be
out
like,
the halfway point between an 8 and a 26 is actually still 17.
yeah,
So.
that's what I meant. Like, it's not too bad. But at this point of, like, the progress, I was like, I have to make this roll kind of mean, so I'm afraid it was an 18.
No, that's fair.
So, you were almost there, but you lost a bit of it. Oh, boy.
Oh well.
How is everybody doing?
Yeah, good.
Doing all right. Having quackos. Having
Fine.
wit quackos. Oh no,
Are they
wait, stop.
sheep or
Gosh,
ducks?
darn it.
Snail, I would just like to say, right now I have my knitting needles in my hand. Take this as a threat.
But we
No,
love
Kai,
you, Kai.
Please threaten me. I want to let you know I never do it on purpose. It's
Just programmed
it's
into
something
you.
I'm slipped into, but I genuinely never mean to make you upset.
Oh.
One day I'm going to get revenge on you.
Please, you, Kai.
I do not mind that in the slightest. I am so sorry that I keep doing it.
It's okay. I believe you when you say it's not on purpose. Doesn't mean it isn't happening, but no, it's okay. It's okay.
Oh no, yeah, destroy me.
You have knitting needles?
Yeah, Kai's
I knit while I
amazing
do
at knitting.
D&D.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's cool.
And because Mock is currently listening into this stream, I can see their name at the top of the list. Mock, I'm working on your Christmas present.
Woo!
Knit, one, purl, two.
Is everybody back? Like, because if we're all back, we can start again. But...
No one but you left, Mod.
Oh, okay.
Wait, just to check, because I keep getting confused. Pam's working on the Animus cake, Snailian is working on the anniversary cake, and Charlie and Shortcut are working on the Larry cake.
Yep, that's right. Well, that's how I've been playing it so far.
Yeah.
Alright, gotcha.
Yeah, and yeah, you are predictably, I have to say, Pam, your cake is fine. It's absolutely fine. In fact, so like we're all back. Okay, so you've left your cakes in to cook. You Short Kid, you said you like are just sitting in front of the oven this entire time. It's like half an hour. Are you sure?
Yeah, staring intently.
Okay. Are you going to use that inspiration point? Because I can say how it might manifest.
I wanted to, but like, you're like, no, I gotta fail safe, so I'm gonna trust you on this.
Well,
and
basically-
just have Shorts Kid hope with all their little heart, but like no outside involvement.
Okay. All right. We'll see how this pulls in. I'll try to run with it that way instead then. Okay, so you wait and you gently remove your cakes and put them on the cake rack to cool, or you try. The first two cakes succeed in coming out of their cake tins. It's not burnt to the bottom of the pan, which it would have been if you'd put actual paper in. And they look great. The Animus cake smells great. The Funfetti cake smells a tiny bit like burnt paper, but not much. It looks fine. It'll be fine. The Larry cake, you turn it upside down, and it falls out. You're not sure what it is. It is not a cake per se. It's sort of flat. It looks kind of like it could be like a brownie, but it's really not. And you're not at all sure that this is going to work. It's actually kind of oozing through the cake rack slightly.
Dare you taste some?
Are you going to taste some?
Shorts Kid already is going to do that because they're worried now.
Okay, I want you, whoever is tasting this cake, to make a con save.
So sorry, SK. If you fail at this, Charlie has healing spells, it's okay.
Also, like, Shorts Kid has
advantage because of
I have advantage.
the adoption. 11 is still not great, though. Is anybody else eating this cake? I mean, you're all allowed.
So bad news, guys. Snailian definitely took a big bite.
Oh God.
No, Snail.
Oh.
Yeah, no, I think after watching these, Charlie is gonna wait at minimum of like 30 seconds after watching these to eat them before taking a bite, and if they react bad, he's not eating any.
Pam, I have to ask the same question of you. What are you doing with this thing?
I think she's gonna like try to. Maybe she will take like a tiny try just to try to figure out what went wrong.
Yeah, you're still gonna have to make a con save.
Wait, I fucked up.
Let me just
I fucked up. My thing is actually +1, but that doesn't help a ton.
I'll still use the rolls you made, so yeah, that's a 13. Okay, so Snailian and... I mean, I think Shorts Kid, because you're so hopeful, you have this kind of slight veneer of hope that protects you slightly. Because you're like, it's not that bad. It's not that... It's... well, it's... You kind of finish the sentence at it. You're not quite sure how to finish. The other two of you, not only do you burn your tongues, but this is inedible. This is the worst thing you've ever tasted. You're pretty sure that, you know, like, it's come out looking... You know how in Breath of the Wild, when you make that inedible food, it's, like, pixelated? It's, like, been censored. Yeah. It's so bad. It's just, like, this is remorselessly awful. And I think...
Shorts Kid takes off their little chef hat and puts it on the counter and then crawls underneath the counter.
Shorts Kid, at this point, do you want to use your inspiration?
No, Shorts Kid's in Counter Town now.
Oh no. Does someone want to save them?
Okay. We can still fix the cake. Still have time. Don't worry.
But Larry's gonna hate it.
Okay.
Oh, that's okay. He doesn't need to know about this cake. Like, we can always have another go. Or like...
We can
what if I mess up the second cake?
I reckon, like, well, what we do is we look at this one and we kind of figure out where we went wrong. Charlie kind of gestures to the massive mess along any of the benches that is left.
It was just so heavy.
Okay, Charlie...
Shorts Kid is just thoroughly in the middle of having a 9-year-old, like, oh god, this feels bad. They're having a meltdown. They don't feel good.
Charlie, because of this sort of emotionally distraught situation, but also because of another factor, I want you to roll intelligence with advantage, or I can just encourage you to use your inspiration points because now is the time.
Yeah. No, I was about to say, yeah, Charlie's gonna try, like, in trying to cheer up Shorts Kid, yeah, he'll be using his inspiration point.
Okay, you think, and you think, and you think about what you can do to salvage this cake, this cake, this cake, this cake. You have a cake knife.
Okay. Alright, kid. Alright, you know what? Hey, Space Cadet, Shorts, come on. I bet you it's not nearly as bad as you think. Here, tell you what, you guys all had a piece. I haven't tried any yet. And yep, he will pull out his cake knife and cut off like a very, very sliver of the edge. Mm-hmm. And because it's the cake knife, it automatically turns whatever it's cutting into, cake. It's not necessarily the most fantastic cake, But yeah, when Charlie cuts off a sliver, while at the edges were all kind of goopy and blackened and definitely not edible on the outside, turns out, oh yeah, no, on the inside you've got this beautiful, like, rich chocolate sponge on the inside, and Charlie will eat it and goes like, don't know what you all complain about, it's not half bad.
Ta-da!
Shorts
I was
Kid
just eyeballs, just like,
gently
whoa, what?
crawls out from underneath the counter and peeks, like, scared over the edge.
That's like, see here, you want to try a bit? And he, like, Charlie will hand out like a little section as well for Shorts Kid. It's not that
I
bad.
can't go back to jail.
More for me.
I don't want you to die.
Guys,
And she's saying this, and she's like, what?
on top of my mouth because of the cake. My tongue is stuck. Snailian's tongue is stuck to the roof of their mouth because of like the gooping interaction with the slimes.
Oh no!
Do you need like a glass of milk or something?
I want to mention they're not like distressed. They're just like, what happened? So something happened with the cake.
Oh.
Yeah, no, Charlie's gonna go get Staley in a glass of milk, because that won't solve everything, but maybe it will get the tongue unstuck.
It tastes like cake now.
Maybe it's the size was just bad.
I actually
have
couldn't
no
understand what you
idea
said.
you just said.
Yeah,
No idea.
you may have to translate that one.
Gulp, gulp, gulp. Ah, oh, my tongue came off. Ah, I remember what it's like to have a tongue again. Maybe the sides were just the bad part, cause like, and Snailian points, and they are still cooping a little bit. It's only the inside that's been preserved.
Oh. Yeah, I think.
Maybe we just have to cut off the sides, and it's okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I can do that, easy peasy. And Charlie will like do a little spin of the cake knife in his hands, and then trim off all the really terrible stuff on the outside. So it's like you're left with a smaller cake, but it's usable at least.
It is. In fact, happily.
This actually works perfectly
Mhm.
because I don't know if you know this, but when you try to make a cake in a different shape other than square or circular, if you have a circle-shaped pan, you end up having to trim off a lot of the excess anyway. So this is just a good time for them to carve the cake to look like a T-bone steak.
It is, and it is actually kind of the right width to be a steak. So, I mean, it's less generous than it might have been, but it's a perfectly edible velvet cake. And guess what, guys? It is time to assemble your cake. So, this requires a really good dex, but you're all allowed to roll, and you're going to have to do this twice. But, you know, you're all working as a team, so I will say if one of you succeeds, basically you will succeed.
I'm also giving I'm using up the last of my bard inspiration for the day and giving like Pam, Shorts Kid, and Snailian that extra D8 if they need it as well.
Beautiful. I love it.
But can I just say, like, as well, the cake knife thing was going on, she doesn't know much about magic. She's not a magic user. She's just like, what? What?
Wait, Charlie has no intention on telling anyone what the knife does.
Yeah.
So Carly, she's like, what? How?
It's just the outside's got a bit crisped. Nah, nothing to worry about. Anyway, are these dex saving throws or just normal dex rolls?
I'm gonna say normal dex roll, unless like you get a bonus if it's a save. Like I want this to work because you're putting
Okay,
the
can I make
cakes
an
together.
argument for sleight of hand then? Because I have a plus 10
Sure,
to that.
absolutely. That's fine. Like again, if you have a spell you can use or an ability, please go hog wild. I mean, you've already basically succeeded the first one. 20 out of 21.
We're good.
Dex, right?
Yeah.
Yep. Oh no! You're so shocked at this turnaround. Like you're just like, what just happened?
I'm sorry, Pam.
Snailian is really quick going to cast Bless on Pam. So you can roll a d4 and add the number. Oh no, it's just saving throws. Gosh darn it!
What?
I thought it was.
Pam, you have bardic inspiration. You can roll a d8 to that.
There we go.
Oh, okay. I'll try that.
Oh, basically hybrid. Okay, we're gonna ignore that too. I'll take the 6. Oh no, wait, that's the addition. Okay, it's an 8 overall.
An 8.
Yeah.
Can Snallion give her inspiration to Pam?
I mean,
Not bardic, but like actual inspiration.
you all still have your inspiration, and I will say there's only this and decorating to go. So, like, if one of you uses it for this, it's fine, and vice versa. Like, if you want to, like, you're good, basically. This is very close to the end of the game.
On the other hand, we did have like a 20 and a 21, and Snail hasn't rolled yet, so.
Yeah, 20 and 21 is good. Like, Snallion roll. Let's see how this goes. I'll do this for the stacking of both of the cakes. I can't be bothered making you do this twice.
I was just like staring at Charlie's knife for the duration of this.
Yeah, I think with this, like, Pam, you basically take your hands off this project because you're so stunned, and the 3 of you, Chaos Gang, ceremoniously weld the 3 cakes together using some icing that you've just whipped up, and it looks great. It's not too lopsided. It's gonna hold. Especially because the 2 base cakes were fine. It's good. You have a solid foundation, and now you get to decorate it.
I think my favorite thing about this
is
my favorite fucking thing about this is that we've got 2 cakes that look like the normal first 2 tiers of the 3-tier cake, and then just like a steak plopped on top.
I mean, the cake kind of looks like it's been decorated with the steak right now. Yeah, now is the time for your artistic sides to come out. I'm not going to make you roll. I want this to be like a collaborative effort and just describe what you do with this cake. And, you know, you have inspiration left, so I can just say, like, you do it really well if you want to.
Yes, Snallion's burning her inspiration on this. It's going to be so decorated.
Yes.
Charlie will more or less step back and let the kids have a go at this. However, he is happy to like help pick them up, especially like Snallion, to try and get to the awkward bits they normally can't reach to.
Aww.
Shorts Kid is 100% dedicated with making this steak look like an actual steak. So they just kind of make like up hands at Charlie.
You can take care of Shorts Kid, Charlie. I got it.
Alright, yep. Absolutely, yeah. Just picking anyone up that needs to be picked up. Pam, you included if you do need help.
Like, you hear the Mission Impossible theme, dun 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 dun, that type of thing, as Shorts Kid is just decorating this steak cake to look like an actual steak to the best of their ability, while Charlie holds them above the cake.
Is this including, like, the 3 inches of icing?
Yes.
Perfect.
That's why they had to have Charlie lift them.
We'll say while Short Kid's doing, Pam remembers, like, Short Kid didn't have such a good time when the cake came out, but she also remembered the gummy bears thing, and she's like, hey, Short Kid, now we're decorating. You want to put the gummy bears on the cake?
Shorts Kid finishes their 3 inches of steak-based icing. And then tops the cake with a little, like, white T-bone, which I think is just, like, I think it's like a white cookie.
Oh, that's cute.
That's cute.
And then, Shorts Kid goes, thank you, Charlie!
No prob.
And then goes, right, gummy bears! Okay. Shorts Kid runs over to Pam and says, we gotta work together on this.
Yes,
Gotta
definitely.
work together on
Like,
this.
you lead the way.
No. Shorts Kid opens the bag of gummy bears further and says, hold out your hands.
Okay, she holds them out. She holds her hands out.
Shorts Kid pours half of the gummy bears into Pam's tiny hands. You do that
She will
side,
play along.
I'll do this side, and we meet in the middle.
Snallion, what are you doing, like, in order to contribute towards this cake? Because you also have, like, the bottom cake as well. Like, we've kind of done the first 2 tiers first, the top ones.
Yeah, what Snallion is doing, considering they are using their point of inspiration is they're just doing, you know, that base layer of icing that goes around the entirety of cakes. They're like sitting on it's meant to do it just came into my head, so I have to say it. They're like sitting on various levels of like salt pigs and like spice containers and so forth, and they're just very carefully doing the smooth ice thing around the second and then the lowest tier of the cake to make sure that it's got that bit of polish. And then they're going to be doing the big blorp 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 of those like when you have the bag and you do the thing and you're just like doing the trim. They're doing massive ones of those.
Genius. Very important question. What color is the icing? And it can be multicolored.
Okay, so this, let me see. We have on top Larry's cake, which is basically done. We're not touching that. In the middle is Dodo Studios, and on the bottom is Animus.
Yeah, that's the one.
Okay. In the middle for Dodo Studios, I think they're making sure to like have spots of orange, which represents the engineer, and spots of like black to represent DJ Moves. So like I think it's sort of like a marble effect. Oh, and okay, I'm gonna go ahead and fully credit this. The Wild just said in the chat, there are also spots of a particular shade of blue. Vic's blue. To make sure that there is the memory of him still living in Dodo Studios.
Oh, so you break my heart. Oh no.
It's this sort of marbled effect on the Dodo Studios part, and then I'm gonna say something terrible, but it's what Snaily would do. Snaily looks to Charlie and says, "Charlie, what is the traditional color for Animus?" And the reason this is terrible is because she's asking Charlie.
And I would like to point out that we have kind of established a couple of times, or at least through text, that Charlie has been mildly pranking Snailian for the past however long in terms of Animus traditions. Like, you know, yeah, like when it comes to Animus and it comes to giving gifts, one of the gifts you need to give is you need to give everyone you love a rock. And the larger the rock is, the more you love them. That is one of the many examples.
Sorry, that just got me.
I am going to link the thing. Where the heck did I hide it?
Oh no.
Now, on the other hand, yes, if this was just Charlie making and Snailian making a cake, they'd probably continue with that. But considering that the other two are here, and at least Pam presumably knows what Animus is like. Wait, does Pam?
I think she knows the concept of it.
Okay. Oh dear. Now see here. I am now conflicted as a person to come up with what are the colors for Animus, because I am still determined to make sure that Animus does not equal Christmas. It is its own thing.
Yeah. I think that because Animus is like all traditional wintertime cartoons, strongly associated with snow, I think white is the only answer you can give.
Yeah. I was gonna say like white for snow and like yellow for candles.
Oh, I love that. Yeah, good one.
I think, Charlie will be honest about that.
Like, the canon has been set in Toonkind Animus tradition. White and yellow are the colours. I like that. I really do.
Ooh. Fantastic.
Alright. So, Snailian does that. I think they're gonna make it so that it's the white of the cake, and then the icing piping that they're doing is the yellow.
I think that's beautiful.
Rather than the other way around.
That's nice.
I think that's going to look awesome. You have white and yellow at the bottom, then you have sort of portal colours in the middle, and then it's topped with a steak.
Oh, this is the ugliest cake. I love it.
It's not ugly. It's beautiful.
With a steak on top.
Oh my god. Do you add candles? Please tell me you put candles on the steak.
It's a birthday
Yeah.
cake, of course.
Oh, this
They
Larry.
have to add candles.
I want it to be like a bunch of them are like holiday-esque candles in that they're like pure white or they're like sparkly and have glitter in them. And then the other ones are various numbers because they're just extra numbers.
Yeah. And you don't know how old Larry is, so you're just like,
I was about
sure.
to ask, if no one knows how old Larry is, Charlie will just keep sticking in candles until they either run out of space on the cake or run out of candles.
Okay, so with the addition of numbers as well as the candles that are already there, I'm going to roll. I'm going to roll a D100 and see how old Larry is according to this cake. He's 62.
2 years old! You have to add up all the numbers. You have to add up all the candles
Yeah,
and the numbers.
that's what it adds up to. Okay, so you have completed the Birthanniversanimas cake. Congratulations. You get it onto a wheelie trolley thing, and there's they've all like heard that this is gonna happen. In fact, some of the penguins and owls have been trying to sneak a look in, but Train Dad keeps like scaring them away because it's a secret project. Go away. And you wheel it into the dark studio, and there's this sort of gasp of awe from the crowd because it looks great. You use your inspiration on the decoration. It's kind of wacky, but it's a Toonkind cake, and someone has managed to find Larry. Larry, do you want to join us? Because like this is partially for you. Happy birthday, Larry.
We would sing, but we might get hit by a copyright strike.
Yes.
Like, Larry knows cake was being made. He did not know if you were actually saying happy birthday to Larry. He goes, "It's not my birthday."
It is
When your birthday is.
Stallion is Will Smith posing at the cake this entire time. They have not changed poses.
You can't turn it down
Runs
now.
straight
They've
up to
made it.
Larry and takes his arm and says, "You don't know when your birthday is, so we're giving you a birthday. So even if you don't want to say you're like, oh, it's not my birthday, well, we're gonna celebrate it today, unless you have a better day that you like more."
Charlie's gonna, while this is going on, Charlie will got like one of those crummy little cardboard party hats and just put it on top of Larry's head and elastic and everything. Happy birthday, old man.
I was just standing in the background, like just right beside the cake, watching this all happen.
Oh no! You're getting dragged in. You get dragged into the mix as well because you helped make this cake. It is thanks to you that this thing exists. So no, get in here and share the spotlight.
Oh, boy.
Snellian slimes onto Pam, and then Will Smith poses, but like downwards because they're on Pam's head, but they're Will Smith posing at Pam, so they're just like holding their arms down, like ta-da!
That's cute.
Just sheepishly waves.
I mean, Larry, it's your cake. You're being presented with it as your cake, as it were, is on the top of it. Do you want to cut the cake?
Well, first things first, I will say Larry has gone very quiet as they're all insisting that this is his birthday cake, and after a minute, he just pulls everyone into a big hug.
Oh!
I'm so weak.
I want you all to roll a perception real quick.
This is the first time Larry has hugged Charlie, I'm fairly sure, so Charlie is very overwhelmed by this. Not quite sure what to do. And that's a 20.
Oh my god.
It's just like,
Why am I getting good rolls now?
It makes perfect sense to me. Okay, the last three of you don't perhaps notice so much, but the other two of you, Shorts Kid and Charlie, you definitely hear a distinct from the engineer.
Oh.
Alright, he's gonna.
He's choked
he's
up.
not already in the hug. He is in the hug now as well.
Oh, alright, okay.
Shorts Kid then decides to use Mage Hand to gently tug on Train Dad to join the hug.
Oh, you're not keeping me out of it. Come on, DJ Moves, this is for you as well.
Please tell me just like all the owls and penguins in the studio just join in. one massive
It's a
hug
big,
now.
it's a big penguin huddle.
It's a mass hug. It's penguins, it's owls, it's all of whatever you guys are.
Darling.
Fantastic.
Hey, happy anniversary, you old codger.
And after a minute, finally Larry goes, "It's pretty great. Thanks."
Well, you're pretty great.
The entire
we
studio's
wanted to
heart
make sure
grew
you
3
knew.
sizes that day.
But also, this is the anniversary of the studio. Man, in the future when we have more anniversaries for things, we're gonna have to get better at making cakes.
That flies. I'm
Maybe
just...
we can just do maybe we can just set up like an Italian restaurant with candles and shit.
I'm just gonna say, like, the engineer just looks completely clueless. This flew over his head completely. Yeah, boy. But that's a saga for another day. You've massively succeeded in this task. You have your happily ever after, and you all have a wonderful time, and you have a nice party and a delicious cake. And I have to say that there aren't any rewards apart from this communal wonderful evening that you have. However, Pam, this isn't a tangible gift per se. Well, I guess it kind of is. But for your services rendered to the studio and its peoples, you receive a sponsorship. This means your bakery gets advertising in association with Dodo Studios and a credit in films where you've been helping to keep the staff alive during production, and it boosts your popularity in town significantly.
God, I love that. It just reminds me how there's an official caffeinator for like every single animated film you've ever seen.
It's very important. It's like
The
incredibly
official
important.
Cakeinator.
Yeah!
So good.
So, unless there's
love
like
this.
scenes
I
you want
love
to
all
play
of it.
out, this is the end of the game. But please do whatever you want with what you have earned, because you did fantastically. Thank you for playing this very silly game with me.
Snail.
There is going to be a very minor food fight after everyone. There's going to be a minor food fight. No one technically knows who started it. No one really knows. It was definitely Charlie, but no one knows.
Charlie,
Oh,
don't even play.
Snail.
You
the
have no
person.
evidence.
Oh wait, Star, what is it?
I was gonna go back to Short Skid and hug them again and said, "See, we made it! You did such a good job!" And she also pats Alien, and she finds Charlie and pats him too.
Short Kid
Rested.
is going to hug the life out of this wooden child and just be like, "We did it!" and then just like lift and spin.
That's adorable.
But also, Snail, while the two of them are like just like having a good ass time, and now I think straight up like do-si-doing in the middle of the room,
Aww.
like square dancing.
Yeah.
I have to ask, did DJ Moves' face turn any interesting colors when Shorts Kid mentioned a romantic Italian restaurant?
So he's wearing shades, darling, and he is an actor. You didn't see anything.
Doesn't mean there wasn't anything.
Yeah.
Guys, none of you saw anything. If the penguins are all kind of nudging him because they've known him for 40 pecking years and know what his face does when he's trying to conceal something, that's none of your business, quite frankly.
It is when technically Charlie and are somewhat planning something, although who knows when we're gonna get to that.
Yeah. And I'm just, again, like, Shorts Kid and Pam are now friends.
They are now buddies.
Yeah,
Stallion,
and-
meanwhile, just like plastered onto the side of Larry's face from that hug, still hugging him like, "I love you so much, and you deserve a
Also, yeah, shout out to Uni for like joining in with this. So I didn't know if like Uni was like even free. I was like, hey, by the way, we're doing this.
So glad you could join in.
And
You don't understand.
it's so
I'm
good.
actually crying because of this. I'm crying all over him. I
Pam.
love him so much.
Pam,
Yeah.
I'm gonna spin you. pirouette, and then Shorts Kid runs over to Snail and Larry and is just like, let's put on some Animus music, and it's just like vague wintertime happy songs.
There's a lot of bells in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love this. Oh, this is very, very good.
This is so good.
Is there anything better that we could end on?
No,
than
I don't
just-
think there is. I don't think there is.
Slow zoom out while we're all dancing. I reckon that suits.
Yeah,
we
yeah,
forgot
the
about
dance
Charlie.
party ending.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
cross-dissolve to the outside of Dodo Studios, and the camera goes wide, and we see the very first flakes of snow begin to fall, and that is the end of the game.
Yay! Oh, that was so good.
Thank you. This was lovely, and yes, thank you very much, Stubbs. I am so happy that I finally got to play with Pam because she is so darling, and yes, we appreciate and love Pam.
Thank you for having me.
Yay!
is the
Stand
best and we
Pam.
love her.
Okay, I'm gonna stop recording. So everybody say goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.